Hello, so friends. Welcome back to day 11 of the Inner Glow Up Challenge. Today's theme is all about the energy of your environment and how powerful it is to create a sacred space that supports your peace, your purpose, your plan, and your glow up. Okay, before we get started, guys, remember, let's get into our sacred place and let's grab some water or your tea or coffee. Grab your journal and pen, your crystals, your blanket, your candles, whatever you like. All right, make sure we're in a comfortable spot. Let's begin. Your outer space mirrors your inner world. So when your surroundings are clear, intentional, and aligned, it becomes so much easier to tap into creativity, clarity, and calmness. Why your sacred space matters. Have you ever walked into the room and instantly felt drained and overwhelmed and heavy and you couldn't figure out why? Yes, that happened to me all the time. Energy sticks. Clutter, noise, disorganization can cloud your intuition and block your creativity. On the flip side, when your space feels safe, grounded in yours, it becomes a sanctuary for healing and manifestation and creativity. Your sacred space doesn't have to be fancy or expensive, it just needs to be intentional. It could be a corner in the room, a shelf, your car, your bathroom. How many times I've made my car my sanctuary, all right, or my sacred space in the bathroom too. It's whatever you regularly pour into yourself. Today, we're going to make space that supports your higher self. So, next, we're going to talk about the sacred space ritual. So, let's walk through a mini ritual to elevate your space today. So, the first thing you want to do when you're creating a sacred space, you want to clear the energy, right? So when you're clearing the energy out of your sacred space, you can open up the window to allow fresh air into that space. Okay, you can light incense, sage, or Palo Santo. I like to do sage first and then go back in with Palo Santo, but whatever you like, you make this your own. Okay. You can use sound, high vibrational sound to clear your sacred space, right? I have a singing bowl and I have some chimes. So you can use sound, all right? What the sound and what these things do is it releases that stagnant, stuck energy in that space. And then the next thing you want to say is, I clear this space of all energy that no longer serves me. I welcome peace, love, and light. Okay. So remember, just choose one area, right? You can choose whatever area in your home. Maybe you have a room where you can set aside for your sacred space. And then if not, use your car, use your bathroom. I do it all the time. So pick a small space to shift. Okay. Your altar, your desk, your vanity, or your nightstand. Sometimes people use like a desk or a nightstand. You can use that, right? You want to always make sure to remove clutter, whatever room you decide, or if you're using a desk or whatever it is, you want to make sure you remove the clutter. You want to make sure you wipe it clean with attention, right? The intention is this is going to be set aside for your sacred space. Okay, add something symbolic. Add things that you like in your secret space. It could be a candle, it could be crystals, affirmation cards, fresh flowers, whatever that you like. Put it in your sacred space. And then you want to infuse that space with love, right? So you want to close your eyes. You want to place your hand over your heart and imagine your highest self sitting in this space. How does she feel when you're in that space? How does she need here to feel? What does she need here to feel safe, seen, and powerful? All right. Next, we're going to go over some journal prompts. Okay. So let's journal about your sacred space and how it reflects your energy, because you're going to infuse that space with your love, your energy. Journal prompt 1. What space in my home feels the most peaceful to me and why? Number 2, journal prompt 2. What clutter, physical or energetic, am I ready to release from my space in life? Journal prompt 3. How can I make my space more aligned with my goals, my healing, and or my creativity? And journal prompt number 4. What what would a sacred space look and feel like for my highest self? So at this time, you may pause the video, and I just want you to take a few minutes to reflect on those prompts and really put some thought into it, guys, right? And then you can return back to the video once you are done. Next, we're going to go over some affirmations to anchor the energy. So repeat this affirmation, or you may write them down on a card for your sacred space. I am worthy of a space that reflects my peace and power. I release what no longer serves and welcome in clarity and calmness. My space supports my healing, my creativity, and divine purpose and plan. Every corner of my life is a reflection of love and alignment. Okay, so with that being said, in closing, creating a sacred space is an act. Creating a sacred space is an act of self-love and energetic alignment. Even if you only shifted a small area today, that's a powerful step. So celebrate. Your inner glow up isn't just internal, it radiates into the space you occupy. Protect your energy. Honor your sanctuary. Honor your space. Tomorrow in day 12, we'll be exploring mirror work and self-love affirmation. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss it. Let me know in a comment, what space are you reclaiming as sacred? So yeah, share in the comments, guys. I would love to hear your sacred space. Like, what are you making your sacred space? Because I want to chime in and I want to share. I want to see what everybody come up with. Until then, honor your space and honor your soul. And I will talk with you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.